What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the like, smash up the like, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime, in the between time, I'm going to give some shots out to the early birds, starting with dun, dun, dun. Power, what does that say? Rangers X. What's up? What's up? Judge Dredd, Studio Gangster. What's up? What's up? Bo Digitally. Bo Digitally. Tina Miller. King Judah. The spook who sat by the door. Chasing Andrew Jackson. Loretta. Robert Mosley. St. Helens, Oregon. Jaguar Williams, H-Town. Easy Jones, what's up, Memphis? Bookmarker. Sheila Davison, Tyson Williams. Norm, go get yourself. Or Norm, jet yourself. Superdale TV, what up? What up? Pretty TLC, Broderick Brown. All right, fam, going in. Another rapper shot dead. Another rapper shot dead. You know what? I'll come back to it, fam. I got something to say about that. I'll come back to it. But let me go ahead and get into the report and put up a picture of the subject here. That's T. Hood, y'all. T. Hood was 33 years old. He was killed inside of his home in Georgia, Gwinnett County. Wow. So Gwinnett County police officers responded to reports of a dispute that resulted in a shooting in unincorporated Snellville Friday, and an investigation into the shooting is currently underway. We're told that first responders rendered aid at the scene and transported a man to the local area hospital, where he ultimately died from his injuries. Authorities say one person was detained in connection with the shooting and is being interviewed by police. Cops are looking into the case as a homicide, though the motive for the shooting is unclear. T. Hood's mom, Yolanda, confirmed her son was the person shot at the residence where he lived. She denies there was a party going on at the time. T. Hood was a well-known rapper on the southern scene. He dropped songs like Ready to Go, Big Booty, and Percolator. T. Hood last posted to his Instagram account about a week ago. He was 33 years old. I could say something about 33, right? Usually if a guy from the streets can make it to 30, he can kind of like go his life without being murdered, right? If he's from the hood, you know, and I'm saying hood because a lot of murder happens in the hood. A lot of young men lose their lives in the streets when they're from the hood. And fam, just straight up, the biggest reason is lack of conflict resolution skills. That's what it pretty much amounts to. Lack of conflict resolution skills. Now, we do not know uh, the details as to why he was killed, but there was some type of dispute. There was a dispute that resulted in the shooting at his home. Though first responders rendered aid at the scene and then transported him to a local hospital, T. Hood, whose real name is Tevin Hood, died from his injuries. Now, one person has reportedly been detained in connection with the shooting, though the motive for the shooting is unclear. Local authorities are investigating the case as a homicide. Check this out, family. T. Hood's death comes a few weeks after he posted an Instagram video dressed as a ghost in a graveyard. He dressed as a ghost in a graveyard. In the clip, to promote his song Gravediggers, T. Hood had a white sheet over his head, and he had red paint around his eyes. Hello, are you still alive? Let me, you know what? Let me put this pick up real quickly so y'all can see what I see. Give me a moment, fam. Give me a moment. Coming up right now. Here it is. Coming up right about now. This is the pic of T. Hood with the sheet over his head. And check out the lyrics. Hello, are you still alive? We are dead down at the cemetery. Come down to the cemetery. I have a spot for you, he told viewers in the video. All you have to do is die. Just die today. You die today, you get to come and play. Come on down. T. Hood's producer, it looks like his name is Dead Do Will or Dead O Will, something like that. He took to Instagram to comment on his death after the news. He said, we just was on the phone all day. I can't believe you are gone. T. Hood's last song, Girls in the Party, came out May 12th. So I was getting back to his age at 33. I was saying usually like when a young man can get to be at least 30 years old if he's from the hood, and especially if he's from the streets, he typically can live his days out without being gunned down like a dog in the streets. And that is because by the time you're 30, typically, you settle down, you got all that wild, most of the wild stuff out of you. You got more responsibilities. Typically, you have a child or two. You got work responsibilities. You're not in the streets as much. You probably have some type of committed relationship with a woman. So, you don't subject yourself to so many bad vices, right? And that is why. Now, this guy, T. Hood, had some type of dispute. In his own home. He get gunned down in his own home. What I want y'all to do right now, fam, is look around at the people inside of your home right now and say to yourself, what's the chances of something like that happening to me at the hands of somebody who I allow inside of my house or somebody who's inside of my house? And if you think that there's a high probability of something like that happening, or even a remote possibility of something like that happening, then it's a good idea to make peace or get the hell out. Get out. Get out. So we don't know if a relative killed him. We don't know if he was killed by a friend, a stranger, whatever. We don't, the details of his death is extremely limited. There were people that were saying that, he spoke his death into existence because he had that sheet on and he was, pretty much mocking the dead. The people who are saying he spoke his death into existence. And I know that can be true. I know that the tongue can materialize reality at times, but I will tell you this. I am going to challenge that theory, though. I'm going to challenge y'all on that. I'm going to challenge you. Back in '96, Ghetto Boys did an album called The Resurrection. And for the album cover, we went to a funeral home in Houston, climbed inside of the caskets, and took photos for the album, for the album inserts and the album cover. Now, had one of us died immediately afterwards, they would have been like, see there? They spoke it into existence. You playing, you can't play with death like that. More than speaking is your actions. The tongue is a powerful thing, but those actions speaks louder than words. Every last one of us climbed into a casket. Me, Bushwick, and Brad, Scarface. And Bushwick didn't die until 2019. So what is that? Let's see. That was damn near 30, 25, 16. That's what, 23 years later. We always look for reasons to blame death on somebody or something. We like to talk about karma, and I don't believe in karma. I don't believe in that. I believe in actions. And the primary reason I don't believe in karma is because by now, a lot of people should have been punished for what happened during slavery. And a whole lot of people lived to be 100 years old and never was punished. Some people say, well, they probably suffered. I don't want to hear all that shit, man. I need to see them suffer. I want to see them suffer. I want to watch it. So yeah, I don't believe in all of that, man. Because if that was the case, man, karma would have been lighting their asses up left and right, left and right, left and right. And these people died of everything except to get back. Well, he had cancer. A whole lot of innocent people, good people, and people ain't never did no wrong have cancer. Little children, babies have cancer and die at 5 and 6 years old, 2 years old. Some babies are born stillborn. You know, justice denied has got to be the greatest travesty ever. Justice denied. And there's a whole lot of people who live their years out, live their life out without justice being served to them. So if you want justice, you got to go out and get some justice. You know, if you want justice and you can't get it one way, you got to get it another way if you want justice. But it ain't gonna happen by karma. It ain't gonna happen like that. I don't believe in that. Now, y'all want to believe in that? That's fine. That's what you want to believe. That's fine. I'm just telling you, I don't believe in that. I believe if you do this, this was supposed to happen. And it ain't supposed to happen 20 years from now. You know, you don't slap my sister and you die 30 years later. Or you slap my sister and you get slapped 10 years later. Hell no. It's going to be on sight. A lot of times I believe that a lot of people say, well, God gonna handle it. You know, I'm not saying all the time, but a lot of times I do believe people say God gonna handle it, or that's he gonna get it, he gonna get his, and da da da. I think a lot of times people say that when people violate them. I think people say that because they're too afraid to roll their sleeve up and go handle their business. So they take the easy way out and just put it on God. But God got stuff to do, man. God can't be handling every little old thing. He already gave you the foresight, the insight. He gave you the knowledge. He already told you what you need to be doing. What is you waiting on? Going to God to get it? No, I ain't believing in all that, man. Nah, man. I'm not with all of that. And guess what? Who else is not with all of that? The people who serve justice every day. They ain't got no problem. They don't do no waiting on God. They don't believe in that. They believe in justice, administering justice. Like going to get, you do this, you get this. That's what they believe. For certain people, obviously, you know, they like to pick and choose who they want to serve justice to, you know. Yeah. Divine order. So yeah, we don't know who did T Hood in. We don't know who killed him, but it happened inside of his house. So it was probably somebody who he allowed into his house. It's probably somebody very close to him. And these type of things are happening too often, man. It's way too much of this going on. People being killed by family members and friends, and it's wild out here, fam. Especially when I start thinking about the real enemy. Y'all wasting all this energy on each other. Y'all hate each other that badly. And when this person over here is doing stuff to set you back 50, 60, 100 years, I digress, fam. I'm out of here. I got to go. I appreciate y'all joining the live, fam. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. I give a few more shout outs before I go. What's up, young Theo? What it do? Christina Littles, Carla Lloyd, Shirley J. Baker. What's up? Santiago Bond. Joe Rodeo. Wanda Crowell. Rhonda Crowell. Oh, some of y'all was asking who got killed, and here he is right here. This is T Hood. T Hood from Atlanta. That's him on the set of a video that he shot a few weeks ago. That's my time, fam. I appreciate y'all joining the live. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. No more talk.